Zeb, so what's going on with Robobot? I enjoy the idea that we had a Jewish robot on TV.
Yeah, me too.
And now he's no longer one of the promised cybernetic people.
Which I think
he's turned away from the path, and I'm a little conflicted about that.
So is he.
Can you explain that decision at all?
I understand. Yes.
Because I'm also Jewish, in case you didn't know.
We were having fun with him taking on these new personalities every week, and then also, I'll just be frank, the word Jewbot doesn't really roll off the tongue. You kind of, we were saying it during big board meetings before we would shoot the day, and I was like,
I don't understand what you're talking about.
starting to offend me a little bit.
I was not offended.
Well, no, and I think, and it was Matt's idea.
What? To make him not Jewish?
To make him Jewbot. No, to make him
I'm
Jewbot.
Jewish too. I wasn't a fan of you.
Come on.
But I think that I do miss that part about him. I think he looks better without the hat on, which most people do, by the way. But I think that later on there are things that happen at the end of this season that will make that conversation germane again, which I think you'll like.
Is he a self-hating Jewbot?
That's what I think his spiritual advisor should show up with that question and be like, "Hey, dude, what happened?"
So I had asked the talent before, but you're coming into the third season, so. How have you refined as far as the production side of it? I mean, do you have everything down as far as getting your episodes out on time, or as far as animating?
Yeah, we definitely have perfected the process. Well, perfection is a strong word. We've honed the process.
It's better than it's ever been.
Yeah. From art direction to animation to literally everything. We've hit a point in the process now where everyone internally feels very happy about the show and very proud of it. Yeah. We've got animators now that have 3 seasons of this is the third season under their belt. They're very familiar with the puppets and how they work. Even our puppet department has made improvements to these characters to make them more articulate. We can get a lot more out of them, which has given us an opportunity to really push how they can emote, the action scenes that we do, and we can really sell emotion now a lot better than we could. We can really sell really tight-knit action sequences really well. So
yeah, it's the best looking, best acted as far as puppet performance goes season that we've ever done. I keep watching the dailies come back, and I'm like, oh shit, we're doing it now.
Your
really
10-second dailies, right?
Yeah.
That's what they were talking about. Was, hey, your dailies, are typically 10 seconds.
Yeah, per stage though. So we have 17 stages.
Oh, well, more than that now.
So we're actually doing about 2.5 minutes of animation per day.
Yeah, which is crazy to think about. Because again, you think about these animators are moving it frame by frame. It's intense.
Yeah. How do you feel as creators, and you guys are working with an art form that, maybe you wouldn't call it obsolete, but maybe some people would say marginalized at this point in 2018. So how does that make you feel that you're still, using stop motion animation and having success with it?
I actually feel like there's a resurgence happening, it seems. As you know, Robot Chicken's a very popular show. Super Mansion is probably the most popular show ever. But Key and Peele are now doing a stop motion movie with Henry Selick.
I just saw Isle of Dogs this week.
And that's getting great reviews.
It's Wes Anderson's best movie.
So I probably wouldn't say it feels obsolete. I feel like stop motion is sort of having a little bit of a renaissance.
I think it goes in waves, which I think is interesting. There are times when there are 6 or 7 or 8 of things. I think the thing that makes it a little bit trickier is there's only a limited amount of people who do it. Right. And I think that's the main thing is there's a certain amount of talent base that exists to be able to pull something like this off, and it's a matter of finding those people to put all this together.
And I would actually agree with you that it is practically obsolete. But for me, that makes it exciting because not so many people are doing it. Right. So we actually have the opportunity to maybe do something no one's ever done before.
Well, I guess that's what I like is that you guys are doing it and you're consistently doing it.
Yeah, and we're trying to push ourselves to do things that no one's done. Like Nick is trying to do, the stuff he's doing with the moving camera during the action scenes are all things. There hasn't been a lot of stop motion action, especially. Of all the stop motion, that's got to be such a small portion of it. So it's so fun to take the people that are into it, who are very into it, and let them try to push the format forward.
But also with superheroes in like a serialized
story. So there's a lot of, I feel, firsts for stop motion that we get to do.
Yeah, it's also another big selling point for me personally. Like I've come from a world of CG and 2D animation before, working with Stupid Buddy, and there the current model is you do your animatics and you send all animation overseas, and you hope that what you get back is good. Whereas this show, we get to keep all the animators are internal. They're all here. Everyone,
not outsourced.
It's not outsourced at all. It's not outsourced. Exactly. Everyone's internal, and everyone working there loves the show. They get the jokes, because that's also another big thing. The culture difference. If you send a show overseas, they don't understand the comedy a lot.
Right.
Because American humor is very different from humor in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So we get better performances and just a better show in general by having
we're all together.
everyone.
We're all hanging out and hanging out at lunch.
I'm blown away that voice for Dr. Deviso.
It's
Chris
fine.
Pine.
It's insane, isn't it?
What did you guys think when you heard like that voice coming out?
I was furious. I was furious that he was so he literally has everything. Like he should not be that good. He should have come in like kind of stuttered around, and you could tell it was him.
Yeah.
But he came in, and now for this season, his people gave us a call and said, "Well, Chris was wondering if he could be a regular on the show," and we were like, "Yes."
Yeah, duh.
Good. So now he does at least three characters an episode, and I guarantee you won't be able to tell who is him. He's like a less attractive Harry Shearer for us.
And he can sing,
Way less attractive.
too.
But what's great about him is the only reason it worked out is he came in for Robot Chicken just to do like a Star Trek thing. And when he came in, he was just going crazy with the voices, and I was like, wow, this guy is unbelievable. And then when we started and we're trying to find a villain, I told him, he's like, nah, there's no way. And then when he saw it, he was like, holy shit. Again, it's one of those things that you have to be that good looking and this talented.
It's not fair. It's not fair to the rest of us.
And he did. I think we brought him in to do Robo Dino. That was like his
that
test.
was the first thing.
Because I didn't believe him. I brought him in to do Robo Dino, and when I heard him, I was like, okay, this guy's
You guys are very
legit.
good looking too.
Thank you. As are you guys.
And
None of us are Chris Pine.
Yeah.
That's a great way to end it. That was a great question.